Hi, Steve Bergen here, and I'm going to talk to you about two main themes, sorting and filtering. These are things you do when you have rows and columns of a spreadsheet like our U.S. President sample. And along the way, we will do a little few tricks with freezing panes and splitting the window. Okay, but let's start with the concept of sorting. We have about 35 presidents, and I want these presidents in alphabetical order. So I will click in the upper left-hand corner, right at the top of the 1, 2, 3, and that means select all. And then I will go under the data menu to the word sort. Okay, under data, and I choose sort, and the word data might be cut off. You may not see the data menu, but I'm going to choosing sort under data. And now it indicates sort fields. So plus means I want to add one, minus means I want to subtract one. So to do a simple sort of presidents in alphabetical order, I will click the plus, and then I will click here and choose president, because that's the column A. And what's relevant is whether my list has headers or not. So if I turn this off, it's going to sort by column A, which will be bad because then president, the word president, row 1 would go down. So when you have a header, you want to always click that, and then you pretty much just click OK. You can go A to Z or Z to A here, but that's not too important right here. So basically I click OK, and whoops, I made a mistake. The first one I need to minus, I didn't mean that. Just sort by president is what I needed. Click OK, and now we go Abraham Lincoln, Andrew Jackson, and so forth. Okay, let's say I want to sort by the state elected from, and I want to group them by state. Do I click on E and then choose sort? Absolutely not. I want to select all, which I'm doing. There are lots of ways to do it in the upper left. And then I'm going to go under the data menu, which is cut off here, and I'm going to choose sort under data. And now I'm going to change this from president to state elected from. I'm just going to eyeball and see that my list has headers. Yep. I'm going to click OK. And now we have Arkansas, California, Georgia, so forth. Right? The ones that are from Illinois, Lincoln, Obama, and Grant, are not in numerical order at age of inauguration. So this brings up the concept of a second sort level. When things are tied for first, right, tied for alphabetical order, how does the computer know what to do with these 6 from New York? What is the sub-sorting order? So again, I'm going to click Get Select All, go to the data menu, choose Sort, and I'm going to say I want to sort by state, but now I'm going to go plus. And when there's a tie for state, I want to use age and inauguration to be the tiebreaker, so that I click OK. And now you'll see that for the 3 from Illinois, they're in a second sort of age inauguration, for the 6 from New York, and so forth. Okay? Now those are the basics of sorting when you're trying to do the kind of thing where you have all the data. But I purposely put in a different worksheet tab here, I put the column headings that I used, and I put the names of the presidents. And sometimes you want to sort one of these things and not the other. So it would be a mistake if I want the column headings in alphabetical order to click on Select All and then choose Sort, because it's going to shuffle B as well. So I'm going to highlight the yellow stuff from B4 to B18, and then I'm going up to data and choosing sort. And I'm going to, no, I don't want president. President needs to be in the P section to column heading. Oh, my list has headers. Oh, I got it. I'm going to turn that off. I'm just going to sort by column B, and I'm just sorting the data that is in the purple selection there. I'm clicking OK, and now it put it in order, and notice some anomalies. One anomaly is that national may have a space in front of it. I'm not sure about that. Can't tell with that N. But the other is that their pound and percentage comes before A in the alphabet. Not really an anomaly, just the fact that that's the way this computer sorts some things. Let me do it with this time with presidents. So if I want to sort by presidents, do I select all and sort? Absolutely not. I highlight what I want. And in case you didn't know it, right, we have what we might call the shift-click trick. Shift-click trick. Okay, you click on George Washington, and you hold Shift down on your Mac or PC, and you click on McKinley, and it means through. Shift means through. Again, click on John Adams, hold down Shift. I'm holding it down. I'm clicking on Woodrow Wilson, and I'm highlighting that. So what I really want to do is hold George Washington, hold Shift down, and now scroll down, go to Obama, and Shift is still held down. Then I click on Obama, and that's an easier way, perhaps, of highlighting that. And then I go to sort. Do I have the headers? Nope. I want to sort by that. And now it sorts that without affecting column B. So a little joke from Boston days, we used to say shift happens. So use the shift click trick. It also works in a rectangle. So if I wanted to make everything from B1 to E18 bold or italicized or fill it, I click on B4, I hold down Shift, and I click on Garfield, and now I can make all that have a different background. One thing I neglected in lesson 1 is talking about format cells and border, and this is not so obvious. You click on the border, and then you click on outside and inside, and then you get your border there. Let me choose undo. Again, you go to format cells. You can even pick a color. You click on the one you want, in this case dotted, and then if you want outside and inside, you click OK, and you get that look. Okay, so that's it for sorting, right? And you've got it now with the presidents, but I've sent you another spreadsheet called Countries of the World, and I'm just going to use this to reinforce things. And you feel free to pause this video and actually do it before I do it as well. My boss wants to get all the regions of the world sorted by regions with population as the second sort. So we can see countries of the world. There are 227 countries here. So I select all by doing that. There's also under the edit menu, no, there's not a select all. Right? I bet you Command A on the Mac, yep, or Control A on the PC. Right? There's usually several ways to go select all. So I select all. I go to sort under the data menu. And now I'm going to sort by column B, which is region. Does my list have headers? Yes, it does. So I'm going to sort by region. And if they're tied, then I want to put them in alphabetical order by country. So I go plus, and then I go by country, and I click OK. And now I've got all the countries of Asia, from Afghanistan to Vietnam, and they're in alphabetical order by region. Okay, so it's just a different context, a different example, and I'll go to column headings and do just what I did before. I'll highlight this by clicking here and then holding shift down and going to the bottom of this, and then holding shift down, I click here. So yes, shift happens, and then I will go to data, and under data it says sort, and I will sort by regions. So in this case, B and D have no relation. Okay, I hope that drives home sorting. I'm going back to countries now, and now I want to talk about filters. Sorting and filters are like screwdrivers and hammers, right? Two different tools, each very useful. Okay, let's say I wanted to do a filter so I could find out all of the countries that have a zero coastline. Column F is the coastline to area ratio, and zero means that country has no ocean on its boundary. And yes, I could sort, but that's what I mean about hammers and screwdrivers being two tools, right? You can use nails, you can use screws, sometimes you can do one or the other, sometimes one is better. So what I'm going to do now is click on F and then put a filter on column F. Okay, now filter is either finding the icon, there's the filter, or it's going under a menu and finding the word filter on a menu list. Whether you go icon or you choose the word, what it does is it puts a little baby triangle in row 1. If I click on that baby triangle, it shows me all the possibilities, and if I unclick select all and then just click on 0, okay, you can actually see it worked already. It's just displaying now the ones that are 0 in that column. In fact, the other data isn't even to be found until we go to the filter and choose select all. So filtering doesn't change the order of the rows. If I wanted to sort, which is different than filter, I can put these countries, let me turn filter off, put these countries, aha, look what it did. It highlighted A, I didn't choose select all, I messed up. But it's saying, hey human, do you really want to just sort column A? Because then it won't be in sync with the other columns, or do you want to expand the selection? So it actually compensated for my mistake, and that's appreciated. So I'm just going to sort by, I'm going to choose minus, and I'm going to sort by country. Okay, so notice the list is Afghanistan is number 2 in the Asia section, and Bangladesh is number 18. If I want to do a filter on column B, I click on B and then apply a filter. And now I go to the triangle and I'm going to select all and turn it off. I'm going to turn Asia on. And it didn't shuffle the deck. It did this other thing called a filter. Notice Bangladesh is still row 18. You can see the numbers here, 2, 18, 25, 31. So it just applied a filter, right? And what you can do is sometimes you want to filter, gee, my teacher wants me to investigate correlations between Asia and the Near East. So I'll turn a filter on Asia and the Near East, and we're going to see just those two types. So it's a very different kind of beast than sorting. And the more examples of different things that you do, let's go back to our U.S. presidents, the more meaning and value and skills you acquire. Okay? I will see, I want to find just the Democrats here. Clinton was a Democrat, in row 1 and Obama's a Democrat in row 7. So I click on K, I go to my filter, I go to the triangle, and I deselect, select all, and I'll just go Democrat. Clinton is in row 2, Obama's in row 7. We haven't changed the rows, but we're just seeing a subset of the whole data. And that allows you to see the Democrats or the Democrats and Federalists. And you see how it's kind of live and dynamic, inviting you to play with it that way. Okay. Hope that helps, and I hope that you are feeling better and good about sorting and filtering. Okay, let me turn that off. Now, we've got 1 or 2 small things to do, and I apologize for the length of this video, but I hope it's of help. When I scroll down, the yellow headings go away. So I don't like that sometimes. So if I click on either Bill Clinton or row 2, and I go to the window menu, window, and I'm sorry that you might not see the word window, but I'm clicking on the window menu, and now if I go freeze panes, it puts a little freeze mark there, and now when I scroll down, notice that I see my data, but row 1 is frozen. The opposite under the window menu is unfreeze panes. You can do it this way as well. Click on either B1 or all of column B, and then go freeze panes, and then when I move to the right, and I'm looking at column IJK, column A is frozen. Okay? Hope that's enough clarity on that. Now there's something different than freezing a row or a column, and those are called split bars. Depending on your version of Excel, they may be right over here. So if I take this and I bring it and drop it, it now splits the worksheet into 2, and when I scroll to the bottom, it leaves the top. You may think it's the same, but it's a little subtle, it's a little different. Okay, and I can take this up and put this back, and you have the other one, at least on this screen, on this version of Excel, in the bottom right. You also could accomplish the same thing by simply clicking on G and then going to Window and choosing Split, and then it put that piece of wood, called a mullion if you would, if you know about carpentry, it puts that piece of wood there, and now you have 2 independent windows. This is probably overkill, but you can actually have 4 independent windows, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Hope you're feeling more comfortable with these 4 concepts, and I look forward to seeing what you do on the homework related to this. Steve Bergen signing off. Bye.